Welcome back to Politricks Watch. This is Sir P. Now, you probably heard a fifth individual that was on this case has now walked free. I'm talking about the Klansman trial. Remember, it was down to 33, right? Then 4 walk, well now we have number 5. This person is the most valuable one to walk so far. I'm talking about a youth them called the Chemist. This youth is very valuable because he was the man responsible for repairing all of the weapons them. He was the man where all of the rifle them, all the handgun them, when that man an issue, he fix them, send them back out into the streets. He was charged, right, with the rest of the man them and he bust the case. I'm going to tell you now why this thing is turning into a farce. It look like say the DPP office and CTAC are not operating on the same wavelength, and people are getting frustrated. I guess after the man them probably spend long time a build case and thinks it's going to be a slam dunk, when the time to go court, they might hear all kind of legal complexities. Remember, it is the prosecution that actually understand how things work in a courthouse, and that them supposed to put things together in a way so that the judge, right, or the jury, if there was one, can give some kind of conviction. So I'm going to tell you now how Chemist beat the case. And this is another example of how it's not what you know, it's what you can prove in a court of law. You could be the biggest 87, you could be the most wanted man, but in our courthouse, just getting one thing wrong can make the judge say, throw it out. Now, you may remember the star witness C4 testified that Chemist was the man where them send the gun them to get them fixed. In the testimony, it was clear that Chemist was not a member of the Klansman gang. He was a freelancer. Just like how you have tire man, where anybody carry them tire go give him fix it. You have mechanic, anybody carry them engine go give him service it. That is how Chemists operate in the acidic underworld. Anybody carry legal fire and go give him fix it and send it back out there. Chemist was not just valuable to the Klansman gang, but any other gang that could afford his services. He was an underground armorer. Now, let me tell you how important somebody like that is. In the military, your armorer can make or break an operation. If you talk about any kind of full-scale battle, if your armorer don't know what you do, enough things can come to a standstill. Because, just like any other machine, weapons broke down. Them have issues, them have faults, this pop, this fly out, this bend. At 87, not gonna know how to fix that. They only have a basic understanding. Even if them can strip this and put this together, when it comes on to doing serious repairs, you need an armorer. You see, the armorer come with a certain skill that cannot be easily replaced. It takes time to train them up, and then after you train them up, it takes time for them actually become good at their job. Right. So people like that, armorers, engineers, for them head top, work whole heap on the battlefield. So listen to how this thing turned into a puppy show. The witness testifies say the Chemist is just somebody with them carry guns go give, and him fix the gun them and send them back. But the prosecution was trying to charge Chemist as somebody who was a member of the Klansman gang, which go directly against the testimony of the witness. The witness is saying, yes, I am fix the gun them, yes, him will send them to, right, and him repair them and send them back. But he was a Klansman, a freelance. The prosecution, people who are legal experts, never realize the issue there, so. Remember, in court, the fact that the person is committing a crime in itself, and somebody testifies that the person commit a crime, right, don't mean nothing if you don't give them the right charge. You have to give them the charge that is applicable. Listen to this now. So after realizing, say, the charge where them drop on him was the wrong charge and it can't stick, because the charge where them a try get Chemist on is a charge where them in a whole at 87 for. somebody who is definitely in the gang and I go upon shootings and I go upon robberies, that's not going to stick for a freelance gunsmith. So then them realized they should have added a 26th count. This count, right, or this charge is providing a benefit to a criminal organization. That is what Chemist should have been charged for. So then them try add it and the judge tell them say him not accept it. This is when things get spooky and people even walk out of the courthouse. Members of CTAC just walk out of the courthouse. I imagine they'd be very frustrated. No, I don't know who they're frustrated with. It could be with the judge because him say him not accept this charge after the trial start, or they could be frustrated with the prosecution because them think say they may have that started out already. Then again, maybe it's a combination. Both. But I think it's more frustrated with the prosecution. When you build a case and can't put it down at the prosecution office, you are assuming that them have them thing there sorted out. And them be able to segment things as alright, him get this charge, him get that one because that apply to him. It look like them just group up everybody under the same charge them, right, and can't go on a court. And now it's falling to pieces. Let me give you an example so you understand fully. If 6 people in our house, an entire family, JJ Nakis go into the house and him kill all 6. Somebody go report it to the station and say they want to be a witness. The person going to court will testify say him say JJ Nakis killed 6 people that night. The courts then look and say JJ Nakis was charged for being a rapable. Them look on the paperwork, them listen to the witness, them hear the witness describe a crime, but he is before the courts for being a rapable. And at no point did that happen to anybody in the house. So guess what happens? He will be found not guilty. Even though you're thinking to yourself, but the witness just said him walk into the house and kill 6 people. Well, the courts don't care, as extraordinary as that sounds, because you're charging him for 6 counts of being a rapable. And the witness no mention nothing, but nobody get hold on. Therefore, not guilty. You see, the reason why this is mind-blowing is because you would assume so the hard part done. Imagine having the Klansman banker as a witness. Imagine having a witness like C4. Imagine hearing about the operations them where CTAC them carry out. No wonder the police investigators are frustrated. Them things say the hard part gone. When apparently the hard part was figuring out the basic charges that should actually be applied to the individuals. If you were to ask me what kind of things you think could have gone wrong, it couldn't be this. This is too basic. So now 28 people left behind. But this farce right here so is a microcosm of Jamaica in general. Even when time it look like say something is wrapped in cotton wool and delivered first class, here comes some kind of foolishness to mash it up. Even when time you think say everything sorted out and you start to get all confident and start to get your hopes up, here comes the disaster. Chicken Mary out the near. People ever saying when them say you can't put your pot on fire. Well, you can't put no pot on fire when you deal with Jamaican officials. When it comes on to the justice system in Jamaica, when it comes on to politics in Jamaica, when it comes on to anything that requires, solid policies, strategies and them thing there, you can't put no pot on fire in Jamaica. None of, matter of fact, take the pot off fire and lock off the stove. And if a coal fire you use, dash some water upon it. No pot can go on fire. Now, all is not lost. We don't want to get too carried away. There's still 28 left. But what the Chemist example has shown me is that if them can get something like this wrong, how we know them not have the other people them on wrong charge too? This is extraordinary. Only because we thought, based on the operations we were here, that were carried out with CTOC and C4, and we hear how, well planned out they were, we assume, say, when it dropped into the prosecution hand, for them thing, we are all sorted out too. They might try add the right charge when the case are done. Alright, man. So at this point, all we can do is sit back and wait for hear what will happen with the other 28 we left on trial. But I know they are feeling very confident right now. Enough people who laugh fret at the start of the trial, when time them hear say recordings did it, and the whole time C4 that work with CTOC, enough of them people start to feel good now. They've never felt as confident as they are now when time them see people like Chemist a walk, the other foreman them walk, man all get wrong charge. They must start thinking to themselves, now this is the Jamaica we know and love. That's what they're thinking to themselves. 87s, 90s, 116s, criminals love Jamaica. Because even when time you look like they're doomed, there's always a nice window of opportunity presenting itself. Anyway, Ultra Squad, big up on yourself. PIA, you don't know, more life. Ultra Squad, stay circling. Bless.